Alright, welcome to Neo Ruby talks about the unfortunate side effects of living in endgame capitalism, where I will be talking about the unfortunate side effects of living in the world of late game capitalism. What I wanted to talk about for this is pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes. You gotta love pyramid schemes. There's quite a lot of them. Recently, an obby that I played was made for the intention of attempting to make a pyramid scheme. I want to explain how a pyramid scheme actually works and how the obby that I played the other day isn't a pyramid scheme. A little disclaimer: I did not make the subtitles for this video, and the timestamps I will make myself. So if there's like little chapters on this video, which there should be little chapters on this video, they are done by me, but the subtitles are not. I would also like to thank everyone for the last video that I did. It did really well for my students. And I will also be posting into the server for said obby again. And I hope everyone who sees this from there will actually have more than one look at me, and I can maybe even see my previous video where I actually played said obby. I know this video, despite being posted around said obby, like in their channel, I know that this video isn't directly centered at the obby, but it's enough. It's talking about it enough that I think it would make sense to put it in there. Anyways, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to explain what a pyramid scheme actually is. Let me move into the corner. All right, so first we have John Guy. This guy is the founder. He has the money that is required to make what makes a pyramid scheme a pyramid scheme. It's all driven by capitalist interests. What I mean by capitalist interests is the desire to make more money. We go to the next section. He invites four, let's just say four. Usually it'll be more than four, but four people directly implemented. Now these people pay $25 as an entry fee, and they will get $10 for every member they invite. $25 for each four makes a $100 profit. These people invite four people each. They get $40 and each get $15 profit because they spent $25 to get into the program. Once they're into the program, they don't have to pay any more, and they have $15. Now, what some pyramid schemes do, just to extract a little bit of extra money from their victims, I should say, is they charge a monthly subscription of, said $25 so that they can keep inviting more people and attempting to get more profit. The only person that benefits in this scenario is the top guy up here. Now, these people invite three people. That's only $30. They only make $5 of profit, while the top one goes from an exponential through from 300 and 60, I think, or 340, I think it was 340, 360, all the way to 1,300 exactly profit from all of these people, because each of these people these people invite, the person who invited this person, they get $10. He gets $15. The maker of the thing, that's what makes a pyramid scheme so effective, is that the person who makes the actual pyramid scheme gets a large fund of the sum. They are the only person making a major amount of money that would be worth their time. These people only make $15 profit, and these people, for inviting three separate people on their own tuition, only get $5 of profit. And now there's Not now that they've invited so many people, they only have, remember, there's only a limited amount of people in every like micro niche. So these people get can't get a sustainable population to get them. The person on top gets, of course, a fucking lot of profit, and the people at the bottom may not even break even. They may only invite one or two people, which makes it so that they lost money in the pyramid scheme. The only person gaining from this would be the top guy, because everyone else at the bottom, they've run out of people to invite. If you run out of people to invite, then there's no sustainability, and the money just flows upward in this way. That's why it's called a pyramid scheme, because it just goes in a triangle, but it's exponential, so they just use it as a pyramid. They said it themselves that they wanted to make this kind of pyramid scheme E, but you can't really do that because there's no entry cost. So what they actually decided to do is, of course, they made the game Combat Tower Abyss of Pain. Then they told their audience of a lot of people, like he has like 1.8 million subscribers, to play said game. And he said, you need to do a quota for like time. The quota is like the big thing. You like do time, and now time in this range is like what is, I guess, being exchanged. That's what only makes sense for what a pyramid scheme is it requires some form of exchange. So in this form, instead of money, it would be time. So of course they spend time on Combat Tower Obby, and then we go to Roblox's side, where they have, if we go to Roblox, if you were to look at the front page, every game there is pushed by an algorithm. An algorithm is basically like a set of, an algorithm definition is like a set of steps, but in an algorithm in this like context would be what games would be pushed out to people who, you know, would want to play those games. So people spend time on the obby, which time makes the algorithm push the game out more, which gets more people. Now, as you can see, very obviously, this isn't much of a pyramid scheme. This more looks like a penis, but that's mostly what I talk about. As in, this, I don't believe this even should be considered what a pyramid scheme is. I feel like this should just be more on the lines of breaking the algorithm, because this does better at breaking the algorithm than it does at, you know, being a pyramid scheme. You know? The reason you can't really do a pyramid scheme in Roblox is because the only way to make a set price of entry is through the Roblox system of, like, you know, maybe like setting your game to only be like paid access only. But the other issue is on like Roblox is there's no way to distribute money in a good way. So you can't really make a pyramid scheme in Roblox. That's mostly what I wanted to talk about. Goodbye.